My child, pause for a moment and listen. This message has found you for a reason. Not everyone will hear these words, and not everyone is meant to. There is a sacred urgency in the air, a gentle but unyielding alarm ringing just for you. You may feel it in your spirit, a quiet stirring, a sense that something is not as it should be. This is not a message for the crowd, not a warning for the world at large. This is a divine interruption, a whisper from the realm of protection, sent to you in this very hour. You have been chosen to receive this because your heart is open, your spirit is searching, and your life is at a crossroads. There are many who will scroll past, who will dismiss the nudge, who will close their eyes to what is hidden in plain sight. But you, my child, are different. You are awake enough to sense when the atmosphere shifts, when the unseen tries to make itself known. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing this by chance. There is a reason your path has led you to this moment, to these words, to this sacred alarm. There is a gravity to what I must share with you. This is not a gentle suggestion or a passing thought. This is a final warning, a call to open your eyes before it is too late. There is a hidden mistake, one you may not even realize you have made, that is quietly bleeding your resources, draining your peace, and threatening your future. The danger is not loud or obvious. It is subtle, disguised, lurking in the shadows of routine and habit. Many will ignore the signs, choosing comfort over clarity, denial over discernment. But you are being called to something higher. You are being summoned to awaken, to see what others refuse to see, to act where others remain passive. Imagine two paths, one where you turn away, dismissing this as just another voice in the noise, and another where you lean in, allowing the truth to pierce through the fog. Those who ignore this sacred alarm will continue to lose what they cannot afford to lose: time, energy, money, hope. But those who awaken, who heed the call, will find protection, wisdom, and a way forward that others will never know. The difference is not in circumstance, but in response. The difference is not in what happens to you, but in how you choose to see and act. You are being given a rare gift, the chance to see what is hidden, to correct what is costing you, to reclaim what is rightfully yours. This is not a message of fear, but of fierce love. It is not a threat, but a rescue. The alarm is sounding, not to frighten you, but to awaken you to the truth that can set you free. There is a trap, yes, but there is also a way out. There is a mistake, but there is also mercy. There is loss, but there is also restoration waiting for those who will open their eyes. Stay with me, my child. Do not turn away. The hidden mistake will be revealed, and with it, the path to protection and peace. The next words you hear may be the most important you have received in a long time. This is your sacred alarm. This is for you. There is a reason this message has reached you at this precise moment, not a day sooner, not a day later. My child, heaven's timing is never random. When the winds shift and the atmosphere grows heavy, it is because something in the unseen is moving on your behalf. You may have sensed a growing pressure, a subtle unease, or a series of small losses that seem to slip through your fingers without explanation. This is not coincidence. This is the hour when what has been hidden must come to light, when what has been draining you in silence must be named and confronted. The urgency you feel is not meant to overwhelm you, but to awaken you. There is a danger near, yes, a trap that has been set to quietly siphon your resources, your energy, your peace. But hear this, protection is even closer. The hand of Archangel Michael is already extended, ready to shield you, to guide you, to help you see what you could not see before. The warning comes now because the window for decisive action is open. Delay, in this season, is costly. Waiting for more signs, more certainty, or more comfort will only allow the hidden mistake to deepen its roots. But decisive action, one step of faith, one moment of clarity, can shift everything. There are those who will hear a warning and wait, hoping the problem will resolve itself. They will delay, telling themselves there is always more time, always another chance. But you are being called to something different. You are being called to respond, to move, to act while the way is still open. The difference between loss and restoration is often a single moment of courage, a single decision to heed the nudge instead of silencing it. Delay is the ally of the unseen danger. Decisive action is the friend of your breakthrough. You are not alone in this battle. Even now, as you listen, you are surrounded by unseen help. The presence of Archangel Michael is not a distant myth, but a living reality, an assurance that you are watched over, that you are not fighting this battle in your own strength. Others have walked this path before you, and many are walking it now. You are part of a company of souls who are learning to see, to discern, to rise above the traps that once held them captive. Let this moment mark a turning point. The urgency is real, but so is the protection. The danger is near, but the rescue is nearer still. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. You are being called, right now, to step into the light, to choose action over delay, to claim the shield that has been prepared for you. The hour is urgent, but you are not alone. The next step is yours to take. You know the ache I am speaking of, my child, the quiet pain that settles in your chest when you look at what you once had and see how much has slipped away. It is not always a sudden disaster, not always a loud calamity. Sometimes, it is the slow, silent drip of resources leaving your life, the steady erosion of what you have worked so hard to build. You check your accounts, you review your plans, and yet the numbers do not add up. There is a gap, a mystery, a sense that something precious is leaking away, and you cannot find the source. This is the ache of loss, the confusion that comes when you do everything you know to do, and still, the outcome is not what you hoped. You may have asked yourself, where did it all go? What am I missing? Why does it feel like no matter how careful I am always one step behind? These questions are not signs of failure, but of your deep desire for clarity and stability. You are not alone in this confusion. Many have walked this path, feeling the sting of unexplained loss, the frustration of watching their efforts dissolve into thin air. It is a lonely feeling, to watch your resources bleed away while others seem to flourish. You may have compared your journey to those around you, wondering why their baskets are full while yours feels empty. You may have replayed decisions in your mind, searching for the moment when things began to unravel. The ache is not just about money, it is about trust, about security, about the hope that your work will bear fruit. When that hope is threatened, it can feel as if the ground beneath you is shifting, as if you are standing on sand instead of solid rock. But hear me, my child, confusion is not your destiny. The ache you feel is not a punishment, nor is it a sign that you are forgotten. It is a signal, a sacred invitation to look deeper, to seek clarity where there has only been fog. The pain of loss is real, but it is not the end of your story. Helplessness may have crept in, whispering that nothing you do will make a difference, that you are powerless against forces you cannot see. But hope is stronger than helplessness. Even now, hope is rising within you, calling you to believe that clarity is possible, that restoration is within reach. There is a reason you have felt unsettled, a reason the ache has lingered. It is not to torment you, but to awaken you. The confusion you have carried is about to give way to understanding. The helplessness that has shadowed your steps is about to be replaced by a new sense of hope. You are not meant to live in the dark, forever guessing, forever doubting. You are meant to see, to know, to walk in the light of wisdom and discernment. Let yourself feel the ache, but do not let it define you. Let yourself name the loss, but do not let it become your identity. The pain you feel is real, but it is also a doorway. On the other side of confusion is clarity. On the other side of helplessness is hope. You are being led, even now, toward the answers you have been seeking. The bleed will not last forever. The ache will not be your companion for all your days. There is a shift coming, a moment when what was hidden will be revealed, and what was lost will begin to return. Hold on to hope, my child. The ache of loss is real, but it is not the end. Clarity is coming. Restoration is near. Stay with me, for the next revelation will show you the source of the bleed, and the way to healing. My child, the time has come to lift the veil and reveal what has been hidden from your sight. You have felt the ache, sensed the loss, and wondered why your efforts have not brought the harvest you expected. Now, in this sacred moment, I am sent to deliver the truth you have been seeking. There is a hidden mistake, subtle, almost invisible, that has been quietly draining your finances, siphoning your resources, and weakening your foundation. This is not a mistake born of carelessness or lack of effort. It is a trap, carefully set, designed to blend in with the ordinary so that you would not notice until the cost became too great to ignore. Archangel Michael stands with you now, his presence a shield of light and truth. He is not here to condemn, but to protect and to reveal. His sword is not raised in anger, but in clarity, to cut through the confusion and expose the snare that has entangled your path. You are not being punished, you are being rescued. The warning comes not to frighten you, but to empower you. The difference between those who remain trapped and those who break free is not luck, but willingness to see what others refuse to see. The hidden mistake may have taken many forms. Perhaps it is an agreement you entered without full discernment, a recurring payment you forgot to cancel, or a relationship that drains more than it gives. It could be a habit of giving beyond your means, or a pattern of saying yes when your spirit whispered no. Sometimes, the trap is not a single event, but a series of small compromises that, over time, create a silent leak. The enemy of your peace is subtle, preferring shadows to sunlight, hoping you will be too busy, too tired, or too trusting to notice. But now, the light is shining. Michael's warning is not vague or distant, it is precise, timely, and personal. He is here to help you see what you could not see before. The trap that was hidden is now exposed. The mistake that was draining you is now named. This is your moment of divine exposure, where what was once concealed is brought into the open, not to shame you, but to set you free. There is a great contrast at work in this hour. The hidden trap thrives in secrecy, feeding on your fear and uncertainty. It whispers that you are powerless, that nothing can change, that you must accept loss as your portion. But Michael's presence brings a different reality. Where there was fear, now there is empowered action. Where there was darkness, now there is light. You are not at the mercy of unseen forces. You are not destined to repeat the same mistakes. You are being given the gift of sight, the courage to act, and the wisdom to choose a new path. Do not let fear take root in your heart. The purpose of this revelation is not to overwhelm you, but to equip you. You are not alone in this battle. Michael's shield is raised over you, his sword is drawn for your defense. The same power that exposes the trap will also guide you out of it. You are being invited to partner with heaven, to take empowered action, to reclaim what has been lost and to secure what remains. This is not the time to shrink back or to doubt your worthiness. The warning is a sign of your value, a mark of heaven's attention on your life. You are seen, you are known, and you are worth protecting. The mistake that has cost you will not define you. The trap that ensnared you will not hold you forever. You are being called to rise, to step into the light, to make the changes that will restore your peace and your provision. Let this revelation settle in your spirit. Allow the truth to wash over you, clearing away the fog of confusion and the weight of regret. You are not powerless. You are not alone. Michael's warning is your invitation to a new beginning, a fresh start, a season of wisdom and discernment. The hidden mistake is no longer hidden. The trap is no longer a mystery. You have been given eyes to see, strength to act, and protection that cannot be shaken. Stay close, my child. The next steps will show you how to walk out of the trap and into the freedom that has been prepared for you. The light has come. The warning has been sounded. Now, let your heart be steady, for you are not walking this path alone. My child, now that the hidden mistake has been revealed, it is time to look closely at the nature of the trap itself. Not all dangers announce themselves with noise and chaos. Some slip in quietly, dressed in the clothing of opportunity, disguised as blessing, or masked as routine. The most dangerous traps are those that look safe, that feel familiar, that promise much but deliver only loss. This is the hour to discern the difference between what is counterfeit and what is authentic, between what drains you and what truly protects and prospers you. Counterfeit opportunities often come wrapped in urgency, flattery, or the illusion of quick gain. They may appear as offers too good to be true, partnerships that seem perfect on the surface, or investments that promise security but are built on shifting sand. Sometimes, the trap is a recurring agreement, a subscription, a contract, a commitment you entered without full peace in your spirit. It may be a habit that once brought comfort but now quietly siphons your resources, leaving you emptier each month. These traps are subtle, designed to blend in with your daily life, hoping you will not question their presence. What looks safe is not always what is truly safe. The counterfeit is skilled at mimicking the authentic, at offering a shadow of what your heart truly desires. It whispers, "This is normal. Everyone does this. There is no harm here." But beneath the surface, it is draining your strength, your finances, your hope. The authentic, by contrast, may not always glitter or shout for your attention. It is steady, trustworthy, and aligned with peace. It does not pressure you or demand more than you can give. It brings clarity, not confusion, rest, not anxiety. Archangel Michael stands as your shield in this moment, his presence a barrier between you and every counterfeit scheme. He is the guardian of truth, the defender of what is real and lasting. When you feel a check in your spirit, a pause before you say yes, that is Michael's shield nudging you to look again, to ask for wisdom, to wait for confirmation. You are not left to discern these things alone. Divine protection is not just a promise for the distant future, it is active, present, and available to you now. Consider the agreements you have made, the habits you have allowed, the opportunities you have pursued. Ask yourself, does this bring me peace, or does it leave me anxious? Does this align with my values, or does it pull me away from what matters most? The authentic will always lead you toward wholeness, toward generosity that does not impoverish, toward commitments that build rather than break. The counterfeit, no matter how convincing, will always leave you with less than you started. There is no shame in having missed the signs before. The world is full of voices urging you to move faster, to say yes without discernment, to trust without testing. But now, you are being given a new lens, a fresh perspective. Michael's shield is not just for defense, it is for clarity. It allows you to see what is real, to separate the gold from the glitter, to choose what is truly safe over what only appears to be. Let this be your moment of awakening. The trap is unveiled, its power broken by the light of truth. You are not bound to repeat old patterns or to remain in draining cycles. You are free to choose the authentic, to walk in wisdom, to let Michael's protection guide every decision. What once looked safe but was not can now be released. What is truly safe, truly aligned with your purpose and peace, can now be embraced. You are not alone in this discernment. The shield of Michael is raised over you, guarding your heart, your resources, your future. Trust the nudges, honor the pauses, and know that you are being led away from every counterfeit and into the safety of what is real. The trap has been exposed. The way forward is opening. Stay close, for the next signs will show you how to recognize and confirm what is truly meant for you. My child, as the light of truth grows brighter, it is time to recognize the signs that have been quietly pointing to the hidden mistake. Heaven does not leave you without guidance. When you are willing to see, the signs become clear, and the path forward is marked with gentle confirmations. Let your heart be still as I reveal 3 unmistakable signs that confirm where the drain has been, and 2 red flags that warn you away from danger. In this, you will learn to choose peace over panic, discernment over false urgency. The first sign is a recurring sense of unease or restlessness around a particular financial decision or commitment. You may have noticed that every time you think about this area, whether it is a subscription, a partnership, or a spending habit, your spirit feels unsettled. It is not a loud alarm, but a quiet discomfort, a gentle nudge that something is not right. This is not anxiety born of fear, but a holy discomfort meant to draw your attention. When peace is absent, pause and listen. The absence of peace is often the presence of warning. The second sign is a pattern of small, unexplained losses that add up over time. You may have noticed that your resources seem to vanish without a clear cause. Perhaps you find yourself covering the same shortfall month after month, or you realize that your savings never grow, no matter how hard you try. These are not random misfortunes, they are signals that something hidden is at work. When you see a pattern of loss, do not panic. Instead, let it prompt you to look deeper, to ask for wisdom, to invite clarity. The third sign is the feeling of being pressured to act quickly, to make decisions without time for reflection or prayer. Counterfeit opportunities often come with a sense of urgency that does not allow for discernment. If you feel rushed, if you sense that you are being pushed to say yes before you are ready, recognize this as a sign. True guidance brings peace, not panic. Authentic opportunities allow you to move at the pace of wisdom, not the speed of fear. Now, let me show you 2 red flags to avoid. The first red flag is any situation where transparency is lacking. If you cannot get clear answers, if details are hidden or explanations are vague, this is a warning. The authentic does not hide in shadows, it welcomes the light. The second red flag is the presence of guilt or manipulation. If you feel obligated to give, to stay, or to agree out of fear of disappointing someone, pause. Manipulation is never a sign of divine alignment. You are called to freedom, not to bondage. There may be a third red flag, subtle but powerful, the sense that you are losing yourself in the process. If you notice that your boundaries are being crossed, that your values are being compromised, or that you are becoming someone you do not recognize, this is a sign to step back. The authentic will always honor who you are and who you are becoming. In all these things, let peace be your guide. When you are faced with a decision, ask yourself, do I feel peace, or do I feel panic? Is there clarity, or confusion? The voice of heaven is gentle, never rushed, never forceful. When you sense peace, even in the midst of challenge, you can trust that you are being led well. When peace is absent, do not ignore the signal. Seek confirmation, ask for wisdom, and wait for the assurance that only true discernment can bring. You are not meant to live in a state of constant anxiety, always fearing the next loss. You are called to walk in peace, to move with confidence, to trust that you are protected and guided. The signs are here, the red flags are clear, and the confirmations will come as you choose discernment over urgency. Let your heart rest in this truth: peace is your confirmation, and wisdom is your shield. Stay close, for the next story will show you how these signs play out in real life, and how breakthrough begins when you choose to see. There was once a woman, much like you, who worked diligently to provide for her family. She was careful with her spending, thoughtful with her plans, and always tried to do what was right. Yet, month after month, she noticed her savings shrinking, her efforts never quite adding up. She told herself it was just the cost of living, just a season of tightness, but deep down, a quiet unease began to grow. She ignored it, brushing aside the small voice that whispered for her to look again. One evening, as she sat at her kitchen table, bills spread before her, she felt a gentle nudge, a sense that she should check an old account she had long forgotten. It seemed unimportant, a detail too small to matter. But the feeling would not leave her. Reluctantly, she opened her records and discovered a subscription she had signed up for years ago, still quietly draining her account each month. The amount was small, almost invisible among the larger numbers, but over time it had added up to a significant loss. In that moment, awareness dawned. What she had dismissed as unimportant was, in truth, the source of her frustration. She realized how easy it is to overlook the small things, to let ignorance become a silent thief. Yet, she did not let shame take root. Instead, she felt a wave of relief and gratitude for the divine nudge that had brought the truth into the light. She canceled the subscription, adjusted her habits, and watched as her finances slowly began to recover. The difference between ignorance and awareness is not always dramatic. Sometimes, it is a single moment of listening, a willingness to pause and look again. The woman learned that breakthrough does not always come with thunder and lightning. Sometimes, it arrives as a quiet whisper, a gentle prompting to pay attention to what seems insignificant. Her story is a reminder that you are never alone in your search for answers. Divine help is always near, ready to guide you from confusion to clarity, from loss to restoration. Let this story settle in your heart. Ignorance may have cost you, but awareness is now within reach. The same gentle nudge that brought her breakthrough is available to you. Stay open, stay willing, and know that even the smallest detail can hold the key to your freedom. The next steps will show you how to prepare your heart and your habits for lasting protection and peace. My child, now that the truth has begun to surface, you are invited into a sacred process of preparation. This is not a time for passive waiting, hoping that things will change on their own. This is a call to active alignment, to partner with the protection that is being offered to you. Heaven's shield is strong, but you are also called to take wise steps, to steward what has been entrusted to you with intention and care. Begin by reviewing your agreements. Set aside a quiet moment to look over your financial commitments, subscriptions, and contracts. Do not rush this process. Ask yourself, does this still serve my highest good? Is this aligned with my values and my current season? Sometimes, what was once right for you has now become a drain. Allow yourself the freedom to release what no longer fits. If you sense hesitation or confusion, pause and invite clarity. Archangel Michael stands ready to guide your eyes to what needs attention. Trust the gentle nudges, the small discomforts, the places where peace is missing. Next, consider your boundaries. Protection is not only about what you allow in, but also about what you keep out. Reflect on where your energy, time, and resources are being spent. Are there relationships, commitments, or habits that cross your boundaries and leave you feeling depleted? It is not selfish to guard your well-being, it is wise stewardship. Set clear limits, and do not be afraid to say no when your spirit says no. Michael's shield is a reminder that you are worthy of protection, that your yes and your no both carry sacred weight. Take time for prayerful journaling. Write down what you have discovered, the patterns you have noticed, and the questions that remain. Pour out your heart honestly, without judgment. As you write, invite Michael's presence to illuminate what is hidden and to bring peace where there has been anxiety. Sometimes, the act of writing itself will reveal answers you did not know you carried. Let your journal become a place of dialogue, a space where heaven's wisdom can meet your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of inviting Michael's guidance into your decisions. Speak aloud or in your heart, Archangel Michael, show me what I need to see. Protect me from every counterfeit. Lead me into what is true and lasting. This simple invitation opens the way for divine partnership. You are not meant to navigate these choices alone. The shield of protection is not just a symbol, it is a living force, ready to intervene, to redirect, to cover you as you move forward. Active alignment means choosing to participate in your own protection. It is the difference between drifting and steering, between hoping and acting. When you review your agreements, set your boundaries, journal your prayers, and invite guidance, you are stepping into your authority as a wise steward. You are saying, I will not be passive. I will not let confusion rule my life. I choose clarity. I choose protection. I choose to align with what is real and good. Let this preparation be gentle, not rushed. There is no need for panic or perfection. Each small step you take is a declaration that you are worthy of safety, that you are willing to see, and that you are ready for restoration. The days of passive waiting are over. Now is the time for active alignment, for partnering with the shield that has been raised over your life. As you take these steps, know that you are surrounded by help, guided by wisdom, and covered by a love that will not let you go. Stay with me, my child. The next story will show you how discernment and preparation can lead to breakthrough, and how your willingness to act can open doors that once seemed closed. There was a man who, for many months, felt a quiet unease about his finances. He was not reckless, he worked hard, paid his bills, and tried to be wise. Yet, every time he reviewed his accounts, a shadow of worry crept in. One evening, as he sat in stillness, he remembered a recent conversation, a gentle warning from a friend about reviewing old automatic payments. At first, he dismissed it, thinking he had everything under control. But the nudge would not leave him. He decided to listen, just this once, and spent an hour combing through his statements. To his surprise, he found a service he no longer used, quietly withdrawing money each month. It was a small amount, easy to overlook, but as he traced it back, he realized how much had been lost over time. In that moment, he felt the weight of near loss, the realization that, Had he ignored the warning, the drain would have continued, unnoticed and unchecked. Instead of panic, he felt a wave of relief and gratitude. He canceled the service, adjusted his budget, and immediately noticed a difference. The sense of lack that had haunted him began to lift, replaced by a new confidence and peace. This was not a dramatic rescue, but a quiet breakthrough. The difference was discernment, a willingness to pause, to listen, to act on a gentle warning rather than dismiss it. The man saw firsthand how a small change, made in response to a divine nudge, could bring sudden restoration. What could have been a story of ongoing loss became a testimony of protection and provision. Let this story remind you, my child, that breakthrough does not always come with fanfare. Sometimes, it arrives in the form of a whisper, a gentle prompting to look again, to trust your discernment, to make a single change. Near loss is not your destiny. Restoration is closer than you think, waiting on the other side of your willingness to see and respond. The next moment will invite you into stillness, where you can declare your readiness for protection and peace. Take a moment now, my child, to let everything else fall away. You have walked through the ache, the warning, the unveiling, and the stories of breakthrough. Now, you are invited to rest in a place of calm authority, where anxiety gives way to peace and clarity. Find a comfortable position, let your shoulders relax, and close your eyes if you wish. Breathe in slowly, filling your lungs with fresh air, and exhale gently, releasing any tension you have been carrying. With each breath, imagine the shield of Archangel Michael surrounding you, a gentle light that calms your mind and steadies your heart. Let your next breath be deeper, slower, as you settle into this sacred stillness. Feel the difference between the hurried pace of anxiety and the steady rhythm of peace. You are not in a rush. You are not behind. In this moment, you are exactly where you need to be. Allow your thoughts to quiet, your worries to soften, and your spirit to open to the guidance that is here for you. The noise of confusion fades, and the voice of wisdom grows clear. Now, as you rest in this calm, I invite you to speak these declarations aloud or in your heart. Let each word become a seed of truth, planted deep within you. Repeat after me. I see what I need to see. I am protected from every hidden trap. I am wise with my resources and decisions. I choose peace over panic. I am aligned with divine guidance and provision. Feel the power in these words. With every declaration, you are shifting from anxiety to authority, from confusion to clarity. You are not at the mercy of unseen forces. You are not destined to repeat old patterns. You are a child of wisdom, covered by protection, and guided by a love that will not let you go. Let your breathing remain slow and steady. With each inhale, draw in confidence and assurance. With each exhale, release fear and doubt. Imagine the shield of Michael growing brighter around you, a barrier that nothing counterfeit can cross. You are safe here. You are seen. You are supported. If anxious thoughts try to return, gently bring your focus back to your breath and your declarations. Remind yourself that you have the authority to choose peace, to see clearly, and to act wisely. The calm you feel now is not temporary, it is a gift you can return to whenever you need it. This is your place of refuge, your well of strength. As you come out of this stillness, carry these truths with you. Let them shape your decisions, your boundaries, and your sense of self. You are not alone. You are not powerless. You are protected, wise, and ready for the next step. The journey continues, but you walk forward now with calm authority, anchored in peace and guided by the light that never fails. My child, as you stand at this threshold, know that you are not meant to walk this journey alone. The path of wisdom and protection is not a solitary road, but one traveled by many who, like you, are awakening to truth and seeking restoration. In this sacred space, you are invited to step out of isolation and into a community of souls who are choosing discernment, courage, and hope. If these words have stirred something within you, if you feel the call to see more clearly, to walk in wisdom, to claim your protection, let your voice be heard. In the space below, write the phrase, "I choose wisdom." This is not just a comment, it is a declaration, a signal to heaven and to others that you are ready to move forward with intention. Each time you type these words, you are joining a chorus of others who are also choosing to see, to act, and to align with what is real and lasting. Do not underestimate the power of community. When you share your intention, you invite encouragement, support, and accountability. You remind yourself, and others, that you are not alone in this process. The journey from confusion to clarity, from loss to restoration, is one that is strengthened by connection. As you declare your choice, you become part of a living tapestry of faith, woven together by shared hope and divine guidance. If you have not yet subscribed, I invite you to do so now. This is only the beginning. There are more secrets to be revealed, more wisdom to be shared, and more breakthroughs waiting for you in the days ahead. By subscribing, you ensure that you will not miss the next message, the next sign, the next step on your path. Stay close, for part 2 will go even deeper, uncovering truths that will further protect and empower you. Let this be your next step, move from silence to declaration, from watching alone to walking together. Comment, "I choose wisdom," below, subscribe to stay connected, and prepare your heart for what is still to come. The journey is not over. The best is yet to be revealed. You are part of a community, covered by protection, and guided by a love that will not let you go. Stay expectant, for the next chapter is already unfolding. My beloved child, as this sacred message draws to a close, I invite you to pause and receive a blessing that is meant for you alone. You have journeyed through the ache of loss, the unveiling of hidden traps, and the gentle guidance of wisdom. Now, let the words that follow settle deep within your spirit, sealing the protection that has been offered and anchoring you in peace that surpasses all understanding. Archangel Michael stands beside you now, his presence radiant and unwavering. His shield is raised over your life, his sword gleams with the light of truth, and his wings stretch wide to cover you from every unseen danger. You are not abandoned to the shadows. You are not left to wander in confusion. The days of silent loss and hidden mistakes are coming to an end. Where there was once blindness, there is now sight. Where there was once a slow bleed of resources, there is now a flow of restoration. Hear these words as a blessing spoken directly to your heart. May every place of loss in your life be touched by the hand of restoration. May the resources that have slipped through your fingers be returned to you in new and unexpected ways. May the confusion that once clouded your mind be replaced by clarity, and may every hidden trap be exposed and dismantled before it can do you harm. You are not destined for lack. You are not marked for defeat. You are chosen for protection, for wisdom, for abundance that is rooted in truth. Let the contrast be clear in your spirit. You are moving from loss to restoration, from blindness to sight, from anxiety to calm authority. The days of wandering in the dark are over. The light of discernment is shining on your path, illuminating every step you take. You are no longer at the mercy of unseen forces. You are no longer bound by the mistakes of the past. The shield of Michael is not just a symbol, it is a living force, active and present, surrounding you with divine strength. If you feel the weight of regret or the sting of past decisions, release them now. You are not defined by what you did not see before. You are defined by your willingness to awaken, to listen, to act on the guidance that has been given. Every moment of awareness is a victory. Every step toward wisdom is a step into greater protection. The past is not your prison, it is the soil from which new life will grow. Let peace settle over you like a gentle mantle. Breathe in the assurance that you are seen, known, and fiercely loved. Breathe out the fear that you will lose again, that you will miss the signs, that you are alone in this journey. You are surrounded by help, both seen and unseen. The angels rejoice over your willingness to see, to change, to align with what is real and lasting. As you move forward, remember this blessing. May your eyes remain open to what is true. May your heart remain soft to the gentle nudges of wisdom. May your hands be quick to release what no longer serves you and eager to receive what heaven has prepared. May your boundaries be strong, your discernment sharp, and your spirit anchored in peace. When confusion tries to return, may you remember the clarity that has been given. When fear whispers that you are not protected, may you feel the shield of Michael surrounding you, impenetrable and sure. You are not walking into the unknown alone. The path ahead is watched over, the way is prepared, and every step you take is covered by grace. Restoration is not a distant hope, it is a present reality, unfolding even now. The resources you need, the wisdom you seek, the protection you long for are all within reach. Trust that what has been lost can be restored, that what was hidden can be revealed, and that what was broken can be made whole. Let expectancy rise in your heart. The story is not finished. The best is not behind you, but ahead. There are new doors opening, new opportunities being prepared, and new levels of peace waiting for you. Stay open, stay willing, and stay anchored in the truth that you are never alone. The blessing of Archangel Michael is not just for this moment, but for every moment to come. As you go, carry this blessing with you. You are protected. You are wise. You are seen. You are loved. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No trap set for you will succeed. You walk in the light, and the light will not be overcome by darkness. You are a child of restoration, a vessel of discernment, a beacon of hope for others who are still searching for the way. Let your heart rest in this peace. Let your mind be renewed by this truth. Let your spirit soar with expectancy for all that is yet to come. The shield of Michael is yours. The blessing of heaven is upon you. The journey continues, but you walk forward now with eyes wide open, with resources restored, and with a spirit anchored in unshakable peace. Go in this blessing, my child. The protection is sealed. The message is alive within you. And the next chapter is already unfolding, brighter than you can imagine.